Swiss State Secretary for Economic Affairs, Helene Budliger, now joins us here in New Delhi. Ellen, thank you for taking our time and speaking with us. Today's been an important day for both India and EFTA countries. We heard Minister Goyal say that you were the force behind this entire deal that was being bargained and negotiated on various factors. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, negotiating a free trade agreement is very much a people-to-people's business. So I think it was important, and that's maybe why he singled me out. I came 7 times to India to meet him in person over the past 12 months. And we've also met in Europe, and I last saw him in Abu Dhabi, where at the 13th Ministerial Conference of the WTO. So I think that these face-to-face meetings really helped us to understand and to agree on 2 important principles. One, that we really wanted to have a balanced deal. We wouldn't, be comfortable if one of the 5 felt that there wasn't anything in it for them. And then secondly, I think from the get-go, we said that we're going to respect each other's sensitivities, because in trade, there are always sensitivities. So maybe that helped a lot. And the fact that I think he's high energy, I'm also being told that I can be quite high energy. So we sort of, I guess, it just clicked. But I have to say, it's a team sport. Trying to get a free trade agreement across the finishing line. The chief negotiators on all sides, on all 5 countries, did a fabulous job. We had good understanding with the other ministers and state secretaries. So it was really, let's say, a whole of EFTA. And at one point, I also felt very supported by Swiss private sector. So a whole of Switzerland, whole of EFTA effort to get this across the finishing line.
And in 1948, Switzerland and India had envisioned a commercial agreement, and that's been more than 75 years. How significant has it now become? And India, as a potential hub for economic trade, what is the future of this deal, perhaps?
So it's, of course, an added bonus that we get to sign in the 75-year friendship between Switzerland and India. And I find it, sometimes quite amazing how our forefathers and foremothers have had that vision of a friendship and trade contract. You would think like maybe back then they just looked at trade at its simplest form, but already back then they realized that trade carries also a lot of symbolism when it comes to trust and friendship. So I'm amazed that I can be part of that 75-year-old history. The significance of India is, of course, to me, absolutely clear, and I think also to everyone in Switzerland. It wasn't a massive discussion. What's in it for EFTA and what's in it for Switzerland? The discussion was the other way around. What's in it for India? That was the more challenging part. India is a 1.4 billion market, which is amazing in itself, but India has also the potential to be a global hub, a premier hub for manufacturing and services. So not only do you have an amazing home market, but you have that potential to become, I heard Minister Goyal saying he's aiming in 30 years to be the 3rd largest economy. So of course we want to be part of that journey. Switzerland and the other EFTA countries have always had maintained universal trading and investment relationships with everyone on this planet. So how could we miss on such a great story like India? That for us it was clear that it was a top priority to get this free trade agreement done, signed, and hopefully sealed soon by our parliaments as well.
FDI under EFTA, 80% of the investment is from the Swiss, quite a significant chunk. Tell us a bit about that. Which key sectors is this investment going to focus in?
That's difficult to say because we have a rather diverse relationship. And we've discussed this actually also with Minister Goyal and his team. Should we, we have this objective of 100 billion US dollar investment within 15 years attached to it. And I think that's equally important because India is such a young nation, is the generation of 1 million jobs for young Indians. And we were thinking, should we sort of focus and sort of already name certain sectors? And we've actually decided not to. And I want to give a very simple explanation. I don't know how it was with you, but we're looking at 15 years. If I look back 15 years, I mean, green hydrogen, I didn't even know that exists, and that could be once an important technology for to combat climate warming. So we decided to keep it as broad as possible, because who knows what will happen in the 15 years, and we just wanted to make sure that whatever we agree today is also future-proof.
What about that? Would it be cheaper than before? Will the Swiss chocolates be made readily available? Will there be cheese in our markets? Will the Swiss watches be now duty free? Can you explain?
So it's a yes and no question. It's a yes and no answer, because my very first time, when I visited here in India, I met Minister Goyal, and he told me dairy is off the table. So no good news on cheese. And listen, no, but I think it's really important to listen to each other and to understand each other's sensitivities. Because typically, we would ask for some tariff reduction for cheese. We've done so in all our free trade agreements. But then Minister Goyal started to talk to me that he has to really look after smallholder farmers, often also women who have too free cattle. So how can I push a tariff reduction on something like that?
What about chocolates and watches?
No, so that's the yes. That's the yes answer. So we've managed to convince the Indian team to reduce tariff both on watches and high-end luxury chocolate. So there should be good news, and if not, then somewhere the middleman or the middlewoman is asking for more profit margin. So there should be good news eventually once it's ratified and these tariff reductions kick in.